Hi everyone. First of all, please excuse the mum hairdo. I mean, I've just shoved it up as you do. Such is mum life. I thought for my first proper video I'd give you a tour of my son's nursery. Obviously it was one of the first things that we did, so I figured this was a really logical place to start. So come and have a look. Okay, so let's start with his door. Here it is. We've got a little decal on his door, which is a little bit of a clue as to the theme of his nursery inside. And we got that from Jojo Mamam Bebe, if that's how you say it. And it's just stuck on the door. It's like a little sticker that you can stick on. It was really easy to do actually. I was a bit worried about it. And it came with all of these letters and symbols so I could spell out Alex and put it on here. So I really like that. Okay. Okay, let's give you a little swizz around from left to right. There we go. So his room's quite small, as you can see. It's the smallest room in our house, but we decided to use this one for the nursery because then we've got a room for junk, which is useful. So I'm going to take you round. Let's start with a cot, shall we? So here's his cot. It's got 3 settings, this cot. So it's got, this was the top setting, this is the setting it's on at the moment, so it's middle, and there's another little hole just down there. I've just lowered it. He can't pull himself up yet, he can't sit up when he's lying down, but he can pull himself from sitting to standing. So I thought rather than drop it all the way down when that happens, I would do it a bit more gradually, for me really, because I thought it's going to be really hard to put him down when it's right at the bottom, so that's why it's like that. We've got on it this air mesh bumper stuff, which I know some people frown upon. I don't know if you can see that it is just a mesh, but you can see my fingers to it there. I know some people frown upon it, but he is a nightmare with his dummy. He gets cross and he throws it out of the cot, and it was a nightmare because it was going down the back and we were losing them. So we have got that on his cot, but he doesn't actually spend an awful lot of time in here. He's a really bad sleeper, so I'm not too worried about it. I mean, I'm generally watching, and the dummy problem is a problem every day. So for me, they're a necessity, but I appreciate some people don't like them, but we do. So there we go. Above his cot, we have got this lovely little pendant. My mum actually bought me this when I was pregnant with Alex, and she knew our theme was going to be sort of elephanty, and she knew the colour was going to be blue. I don't know where she got it from, but I love it. It's got little flappy ears, look. Oh, they're so cute. Love them. And above that we've got his monitor. Now his monitor is just the classic Motorola video monitor that everybody has. Perhaps I'll do a review on it, but I've been really impressed with it so far. I like it. And then we've got that attached just with a little bit of blue tack at the moment, and the reason that's just blue tacked up might seem a little bit unsafe, but he can't reach it at the moment, so it's fine. The reason we've used blue tack is because we go away, you know, every now and again, and if I had it properly nailed in to the wall, I don't think we'd be able to bring it with us, and I would not sleep if we didn't have a monitor on him, so that's why there's a big broad blue tack. It's a very attractive part of my decor. Okay, moving around, here is his cot mobile. I actually made this, and I'm quite proud of myself for making it. I think it looks quite cool. So it's hot air balloons. Ah, really cute. And this was kind of what I dreamed of making him or her at the time, because I didn't know at the time what he or she was going to be. And again, that kind of helped decide what our theme was going to be. And in the background there's a little sneak peek of our theme if you look closely. So I could do a tutorial on this, but I love the way the stitching detail has worked out. I think it looks really cool the way you can see all the stitching on it, and actually it's not too bad, is it? I did a reasonable job. It's fairly neat. I could do a tutorial on that, but actually I found the tutorial online, so you could look for it yourself if you were that interested. And I've just put some little bobbly bits at the top as well to cover up the hoop a little bit. Probably should have done it on the inside too, but I didn't. Okay, behind that we've got some pictures. Let's see if I can get these balloons out of the way. Go away, balloons. Okay, my mum actually painted this. Isn't it cool? Now, she painted this to go with our theme. Oh, sorry, the balloons are dangling everywhere. So our theme is a circus theme, but no scary clowns. We don't do scary clowns. So we picked a circus theme because my husband really likes elephants. I really wanted to do hot air balloons, and I also quite like clouds, which are also up there. We tried to think of something that would tie them together because, you know, elephants and hot air balloons don't really mix. And we kind of thought, well, circus. Elephants at the circus, you might get a hot air balloon theme ride. It kind of worked for us anyway. It's a tenuous link, but we're going with it. And then the other picture we've got is just some scrapbook paper because I'm a scrapbooker, so I just put some of this lovely scrapbook paper in these frames. I intended to put some pictures in it, some photos of Alex or something, but that's not happened, and it probably won't now that he's 11 months old. But I like it anyway. I think it looks pretty. Okay, so in his cot we have a little blanket. I honestly never use it, but I like the look of it. I love stars too, so that's why we got that. It's a really nice soft knit. It's really soft. I love it so much. I think I got this from John Lewis from memory. And then his cot bedding also has little grey stars on it, and I think I just got that from Amazon. I don't really remember what the make was, but it wasn't too expensive because some of them are really expensive. And then we have his little collection of stuffed toys. Now this one, this little bunny here, we need to name him. I'm sure Alex will name him. This is the first thing I bought when I found out that I was pregnant, so he's quite special. And then this one I got from my work. Oh, so they're a little bunny family starting. Oh, bless him. This one, this is called Scout, and oh my gosh, I hate the colour of it. Lime green and me, it should not mix, but Alex loves it, and it's really quite good for keeping him entertained. It does play little songs. Shall I do it? Do I dare? You ready? The wheels on the bus go round and round. Oh god, that's enough. Horrid thing, but Alex loves it and it keeps him entertained in his cot, allows me to get stuff done and run his bath and that sort of thing, so he gets to stay. Oh, I love this one. This one of my wonderful friends bought for me, and it has Alex's name on it, and then on the back it has his birthday and the time he was born. Isn't it beautiful? And she knew we had a circus theme, so she got this little lion. I just think he's adorable. Alex will not be allowed to play with this. This is going to be an heirloom, like keepsakey one, but I love it. And then this one we called Speedo, because he's got a trunk. Did you get it? Speedo. And he was my husband's actually. I bought him for my husband off of eBay years ago. I don't think he knows I got him off eBay, but I did, for about £3 because he loves elephants, so have fun there. And then this one I just got from Tesco's recently. I thought I might introduce him as a comforter for Alex, because he's really soft, really soft, but I just haven't got around to trying to do that, so meh, we'll see if it happens. Okay, and then this blanket here with all these gorgeous different textures on it. Don't know if you can see that very well, in a lovely grey. My mum actually knitted for me, and I picked out that I wanted this one with all the textures because I just think it's beautiful. Look at it. Oh, look at it. And then on the side of his cot we have this little dude, and this is linked up to a sensor mat that's under his cot. I wonder if I can show you under his mattress. Not under his cot. Ugh, can I show you? Oh, there it is. Ta-doo! And what that does is it picks up his movement and the fact that he's breathing. So we turn this on at night, just go, and then it picks up any movement. Now obviously it's not going to pick up much because there's nothing in there, pat it a bit. And then if he stops moving, it does a little alarm. It's never gone off, thankfully, because I think if it ever did go off I'd probably have a heart attack. But it just gives me peace of mind and allows me to go to sleep at night. He's 11 months now, so I probably should be okay now, but I'm a bit neurotic, so we still use it, and I think we probably will for some time, probably as long as he's in this cot, I would think. Okay, moving over. The next zone we have is kind of his changing station zone, and this is his clothes bin. I've actually recently emptied it, so there's not a lot in here. That has, well, unmentionable things in it. And then this bag here we use for any cloth things, so cloth wipes. We use cloth wipes, as you can see that just here. We use cloth wipes and some cloth nappies, sort of. We'll talk about that in a minute. So anything cloth goes in here, so I can wash it separately. Okay, so we've got his changing pad, more stars, more grey stars too. Can you tell I like stars? And then we have these lovely IKEA tubs, which are brilliant. So we have his disposable nappies. We use Aldi nappies just because they're very cheap and I really like them. And then we have some cloth as well, just one here, one little lonely cloth. We've sort of ducked in and out of cloth nappies. I really wanted to love cloth nappies. I really wanted to use cloth nappies, but we find that they leak with Alex, or they certainly used to leak. Only wet leaks, thankfully. But I'm trying them again at the moment to see if they can work for us now he's a bit older, so we'll see. But I need some more disposable liners because his poos are a bit explosive at the moment and nobody wants that all over their cloth nappy, do they? Not me. And then in this one we just have lots of little bits and bobs. We've got some little dummy lids, I don't know what you call them. Another one, we've got nappy cream. This is the best nappy rash cream we have found if there is actually, you know, a problem with your baby's bottom and it's red and sore. This is brilliant. I don't tend to use barrier cream because he doesn't really get nappy rash that often, but this is brilliant when he does have it. And then we've got some little dummy clips in here, and here's oilatum. We put this on him every few days. He's had really bad eczema for a while, but this is really helping to keep it away, so that's why we have that. And then in this one we have more junk. So we have his random, dropping it everywhere, some random nappy cream. Again, don't really use it often, put it on at night usually because I figure he'll be in his nappy for a long time then. So that's that. And then we have some of these guys, which are for extending a vest, so it makes it a little bit bigger. These are really popular in the cloth nappy world, but I use these even when we're using disposables because they just make vests last that little bit longer, so they're quite handy. I recommend those. We've got some more nappy clips, we've got some hand gel, some cheeky wipe oil, which makes it smell nice, some more nappy clips, and an amber anklet thing, which I kind of thought I'd use but never really ended up putting it on him because it just kept falling off. And something random that I don't know what it is, but doesn't every room need something like that? Okay, pop those back in. Okay, underneath we have disposable nappies, wipes. So these are our cloth wipes. They're fantastic. Highly recommend these over disposable. They're so much better. I cannot even tell you. My husband agrees and he really hated the idea of cloth, so they're fantastic. And then next to it we have this bin which has in it some disposable wipes, which are handy. I just bought loads of these from Aldi because they had their baby event recently, because they are quite handy just to have in your bag just in case you run out of cloth wipes. So there are sort of emergency disposable wipes. I have another wet bag here which matches our changing bag, so that's why that's there. What else do we have? Some cotton pads, some more disposable wipes, and some bin bags, which are for that bin there. So yeah, and some tampons. These are better because they're really slim, but they're really expensive, so they're for special occasions only. So that's in that bin. Okay, coming down we have another one. I got these bins, by the way, from Argos. Oh, that was around the wrong way. From Argos, but I don't think they do these ones anymore, but they always have something similar and they were really cheap and they've been really good. really like them. In this one we have muslins. I bought hundreds and hundreds of muslins. Well, hundreds. I bought tens and tens of muslins because everybody told me I would need them. Alex, however, is not a dribbly baby. He's not a sticky baby. I really don't go through these very often, so I've given most of them away. I've kept all these blue ones because they were going to be his kind of muzzy. I thought they might be his comforter or something. That hasn't really happened, but it still may happen, who knows. And I kept this one because I just like the little owl on it because it's really cute. And this one I kind of use for putting something on it like Snuffle Babe or anything like that. Anything that I want him to kind of inhale or is going to get kind of covered in rubbish. I use this one for that. And then I have some more cheeky wipes in here, which are our cloth wipes for backup when those ones run out. So that's that one. Okay, and then the one next to it has sheets in it and blankets and some more lovely blankets my mum made, which are really soft. Yeah, and and a bed pad. This is just a waterproof bed pad. I had this actually when I was pregnant, but I thought it might be handy when he is a toddler. Another thing I forgot to mention is that we often have this little book here, which Alex really loves to play with when we're changing his nappy, because we can still change him on here. He's not a really wriggly baby. As you can see, it's been very well loved. And he likes to just play with this and look through it and fiddle with it, and I like it because it's white clean, so if any unmentionables get on it, it's not a problem. Okay, above his changing table, I'm aware this video is getting really long already, we have an elephant that my brother and sister-in-law bought for Alex, and he's springy. Look at him bouncing. Isn't he nice? So he, I don't know where he came from, but he's great. He keeps Alex also entertained when we're doing changes, so that's really useful. And then above it we have some circus drawings that my husband did for Alex, and then some more artwork that my mum did. Sorry you can't see it in the light there. And then lots and lots more scrapbooking paper in pictures. I think there's another one up there. And then another one my mum made, a little circus tent. I love that one. Isn't the background on that lovely? I love the sky. And then another one that my mum didn't draw this one. I think she found this in a card, and it's Brighton, which is where I went to university, so that's quite special. And then there's this print. I don't know if it's going to show up very well, but this I bought on Etsy, and this is what kind of sold the colours of this room to me and kind of helped me pick a circus theme because I just loved it. Okay, underneath we've got a little basket full of soft toys, and some random cream of some description. Lovely. Okay, and over here we have more elephant things, little elephant lamp. We have his milestone blocks that I made. We have his scan pictures. Doesn't everybody have these in their nursery? And I spent ages finding this photo frame. Where's it from? I don't remember. I think it had Dove in the title of it. It's an online shop, but it took me ages to find a frame that I wanted for his photos, so I was happy with that. And then we have this, which is just a clock that I use at night time, so I know when he's up and about. And then some CDs underneath. We actually have classical music CD in here, which we play for him at bedtime and bath time. Underneath we have his drawers, which have most of his clothes in. There we go. I'll perhaps do a storage video separately, because otherwise this video is going to be really long. But I made these, so is it classed as decoupage when you just put a whole sheet on? I don't know. These were papers from an Etsy shop, and my dad printed these out for me at work because he's got a really big printer there. And then I just used, is it Mod Podge or something similar to stick them on, and then I put some new knobs on just so that they looked nice and swanky. And then we move around to his curtains. We have a blackout blind, and then these curtains, which are in a fabric. I bought this online. I just loved it. It sort of lets the light through. So I pull these during the day if he ever naps in here. And my mum made these for me. I bought the fabric and she made them, and I love the fabric. And then on his windowsill we have more elephant things. Little pull along toy that my mum bought for him, which I'm sure he'll play with when he's a bit bigger. This little train. that I got from my auntie and uncle. Little carousel toy. I actually picked this up at a car boot for about £2 and it's perfect in here with the colours, but it's got the worst tune ever. Do you want to hear it? It's so out of tune. I don't even know if it's going to work anymore because it's fallen off a few times. Oh, maybe it's broken. Oh, that's a good thing because it's awful. Oh, I think it's broken. You're lucky. It's fine. And then some more elephants. Okay, that's that. And then some more scrapbook paper. Again, I was going to put something else in that, but it just never really happened. So it looks pretty. I like it. This is our nursing chair. I'm breastfeeding Alex, so I sit on here every night and feed him. And it's just the IKEA Poang. I got that for about £10. And then I got it recovered. And I can't remember where I got it recovered. Does it say on it somewhere? I think it does say somewhere. Oh, there we go. Bems. It was quite pricey. I paid more than I probably should have done for this, but I really like this fabric. There are cheaper ones. And a little Hello Sunshine cushion. One of the first things I bought for this nursery, I think. I just thought it was cute. And I knew I was going to go for yellow and grey, whether I had a boy or a girl. So, yeah. And then that's our nursing pillow and another blanket my mum made, which is beautiful. Okay, and then we have his wardrobe. So we've got clothes he's not quite into up there, so he's still not in 9 to 12 despite being 11 months old. We've got my breast pump, just the box up there, all of his clothes. These are all 6 to 9 at the moment. I think there's some 9 to 12 I'm just getting out and ready. And then some more boxes just hiding behind, you can just see. I won't pull them out, I'll do that in another video. And then this is a pile of clothes I've got for the holiday we're taking coming up. A little kind of quilt thing for the floor. And then this is stuff that he has grown out of and I need to sort out. Some sneaky IKEA sorting boxes there. And then we have our board books in this bit here. And I can go through those in another video if you like, because I love them. This is just a little light show that sometimes we put on at night time for him. And this is like a handprint kit, which I've had for ages and I meant to use, but we've now decided we're going to do it when he's a year old. So fingers crossed we'll remember. Okay, and then next to that, because it's a small room, we wanted some book storage, but it was hard to fit some in. So I found this idea on Pinterest. I think everybody uses it now, but we just store some of his books on there. We've actually got more in that cupboard. I think they're on this shelf up here, hiding up here behind these clothes, but we generally read these ones. And there are some of our favourites there, although I'm not going to lie, I'm not keen on this one. I don't know, I'm a bit funny about Pooh. I mean, I don't know, perhaps I'm being a bit of a fuddy-duddy, but I don't know, it just takes away from what a book is for me, so I might give that one away to somebody that will love it a bit more than I do. And that's his book collection, lots of books so far, because we're reading books. And above it I've just got an empty frame. I have been meaning to put a really nice reading quote and like make it all artsy and lovely, but it's just empty because I haven't done it yet. Bad mummy. And then there's this little dressing gown that one of my best friends bought for him, and he's only worn it once sadly, but it's lovely and it looks nice hanging there. And then on the floor we've got these little cloud rugs, which I think I got from that shop. Is it Verbaudet? I don't know how to say it, I'm not a French speaker. But they are really nice soft rugs on the floor. I just thought they made it feel a bit more like a nursery. Okay, the last thing I wanted to quickly show you is his lamp. And again, I made this quite badly, but I did make it. If you look really closely, there's some really rubbish stitching on it, but I figure nobody will see that, although I suppose now they will. But yes, so I made this with some ribbon and an old really cheap lantern and a little basket that I covered with some of the same fabric as is on his curtains. Yeah. So thank you for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this nursery tour. Maybe it's given you a few ideas, I don't know. Please comment and like and subscribe. Bye!